How y'all doing, everybody? Who we 86 back again with another live stream. I did try one earlier, but it was just completely fucked up. So I had to. I'm going to restart this and do this again. All right, let's test this out. Test the sound out. Can I be heard? All right, we're good. Anyways, all right, like I said, I'm gonna try this again. Let's go to screen share. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be live voting. Um, so let's go to the. Oh, sorry. Give me one moment. Let me do something real quick. Yeah, I think we're good. We're good. Okay. All right. So we're going to screen share. FY, shout out to the Streamyard, man. I love this thing. Um. So right now you're looking at the nominees for the VGAs. Uh. Let's go down. I'm gonna look through the stuff that I actually care about, and the first one is gonna be sports and racing games, right? And there you had it. I was having problems earlier on with my with the screen and everything. Like, I couldn't see all five. I couldn't see all the categories. So now that I see all five games in the category, now I can have a more in depth conversation about this stuff, because now it's not like now I see all five games on here. Now, for the record, I am thoroughly upset that not upset, but I'm very discouraged that every single year MLB The Show gets like overlooked in this category, right? Like, this is the first year that Forza is not on here, aka not the first year. It's the first time in a long time that it didn't win, that's not going to win, because this has always been kind of like the award to give Forza or whatnot. So, but they didn't come out with a game this year, so you have these games right here: Crash Team Racing, Dirt Rally 2.0, PES 2020. I know it says eFootball, but I call it PES. PES 2020, F1 2019, and FIFA 20. Right, and you know, to me personally, I'm going to vote for PES. Crash Team Racing is a fun game. I do like it a lot. It's actually one of my more played games played this year. But to me, I think PES is the superior game overall, and it's easily the best soccer game on the market. It's not FIFA. So all you FIFA stands out there, it is what it is. Authorized app. Okay, so I don't know what happened here, but let me see if I can actually sign in to vote. Okay. Authorized app. All right. App has been authorized. Okay. Continue. Okay. All right. So they sent me back to the main menu. That's fine. That's fine. That means my vote will count now. So let's go to the categories again. Like I said, I'm voting for Pez, because I do think it's the best game on here. It's my favorite game on here, so I'm gonna vote for that. Okay. All right. Thank you. Voted. Let me share that on Twitter. Yeah, sure. Let me add a little bit of something. Let me see. I want to add something. I want to add something funny on here. Okay. All right. Tweet. Done. All right. All right. Close. All right. So there you go. That's my choice for sports game of the year. Yeah, score, music. Um, let's click on that real quick. Um, you have the Transcendence of Hyrule. You have Death Stranding, Devil May Cry, Kingdom Hearts 3, Sonona Wild Hearts. I'm not. Obviously, I haven't played none of these games, so I guess by default, I guess I'll pick Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm sure it has a lot of great songs on there. So there you go. I'm not gonna vote for it because I didn't play it. So we're gonna go backwards. Oh, hold on. Let's go to the categories. All right. So role playing game. I don't play those. Performance. Don't care. Ongoing game. All right. So these games are all the ongoing game to me are games that I tend to hate the most. No, not necessarily like ongoing as in I mean, all these games here are games that I either don't care about or games that I just don't like. Apex Legends, no interest. Destiny 2, no interest. Final Fantasy 14, don't care. Fortnite, trash. Rainbow Six Siege, trash. So, I mean, if there was a game that's gonna win this, it's probably gonna be Fortnite. It's probably gonna be Fortnite. So, whatever. Let's go to the categories. Narrative, not really, not don't really care. Multiplayer game. Now, this is the first thing that I wanted to discuss, right? Because there is a big omission to this list, and I think a lot of people, I guess, I already mentioned. A lot of the Xbox guys have mentioned this. So before I get to that, let's look at the games. Let's look at the games that they have here: Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which I'm voting for, Tetris 99, and the Division 2. I'm gonna vote for Modern Warfare because I only played like several sessions of Modern Warfare, and it's that game's beastly. I still have to play the I still have to play the single player, but I'm hooked on the multiplayer. That honeymoon been awesome. Yeah, because I mean, to me, I've always had this love hate relationship with COD. So this one, I just absolutely love it. I'll make a video on it someday. So let me tweet that, and then all right, we're good. So yeah, that's my vote. That's the one I'm voting for. I desperately want to play Tetris 99. I'm a big fan of Tetris, especially as you get older, you appreciate some of the older games that you grew up with. So I'm a big fan of. I really want to play Tetris 99. That game looks awesome. All the rest of the games on here I don't care about. So there you go. Oh shit! Hold on. Yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot. Okay, I was talking about the big omission that the game that's not here, and that's Gears 5, right? Gears 5, especially in lieu of what happened with Naughty Dog and the mishap when it comes to the multiplayer with the Last of Us 2, you have to give the coalition credit for having according to what everyone else is saying. Like, I'm only in chapter 2 of the story mode because I just haven't had time to play it. You have what accounts to a very good single player and a feature-rich multiplayer, and then a feature-rich game in general in Gears of War. Now, obviously, Gears is not in the Game of the Year nominees, which a lot of people are upset about that. But I think even more people will probably be upset that it's not under multiplayer Game of the Year. It's not on here at all. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are confused that Tetris 99 is on here. I mean, me personally, I'm not confused at all. I mean, Tetris 99 is a very unique concept, and from all accounts, it's a great game. But why no Gears? Why is Gears not on here? Now, in theory, you would think that Gears would be on here because like I said, people, you can still get into a game now. There's still people, and I play the multiplayer. The multiplayer is fun. It's definitely fun. What I mean? It's not one of my all-time favorite multiplayer games, but it's fun. But I think the thing that a lot of Xbox fans don't talk about is the the controversy when it comes to this game when it comes to their microtransactions, right? I know they talked of a big game about having all the maps free and DLC. I think they were very pro consumer when it comes to their to their ideas when it comes to the multiplayer. But according to a lot of people are not feeling the microtransactions in this game. There's a lot of controversy, and I've seen some videos from diehard Gears fans, bitching about all the bullshit that's going on with this game when it comes to the multiplayer, and not a lot of people talk about that. Now, I'm not saying it would have affected my choice. I probably would have still voted for Modern Warfare, but I still think that Gears should have been on here. But it's not. It is what it is. But with that said, you know, th- I think that a lot of Xbox dudes don't talk about this. So there you have that. All right, so let's see what else we have. Mobile game, don't care. Independent game, honestly, I haven't played a lot of independent games this year, so I can't really speak on that. Games for impact, game direction, fresh in the game, fighting game. Let's talk about fighting game. This is the category that I care about the most, and this is the one where I played every game on here except for Jump Force. And I'm not in the fact that Jump Force is on here is a fucking shame because that game is garbage. I'm sorry, that game is garbage. I know I have a lot of anime fighting fans who I know, and I know some of them like the game. I think the game looks like absolute garbage, so that's why I didn't bother. Now look, um, Smash is going to win this category, right? It obviously is Game of the Year nominee, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. It's a Game of the Year nominee. It's easily the most popular game on this list. It's a cultural phenomenon, and for someone who has always been against the idea of calling Smash a fighting game, regardless of how I feel about it, there's a lot of people who play this game who love the competitive aspect of it, and it's very hard to deny the impact that Smash has created. It's hard to deny. It's the top is always for the last few major tournaments. Has been the top. Has been the top. The featured fighting game in a lot of these major tournaments. It is what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of Smash. I don't think it's a bad game, but it's not a game for me. So with that said, I'm going to vote for me the competition is between Samurai Showdown and Mortal Kombat 11. And I like Mortal Kombat 11. Right? I haven't finished the story mode yet. But I do like Mortal Kombat 11. However, I feel like Samurai Showdown to me is my personal game of the year, and is also the game that I'm voting for here because one obviously it has lots of content, feature rich content, but also I just love the fighting. I love the fighting mechanics in it. It's very old school, right? With a twinge of new school. With a twinge of new school. It has an awesome look. Graphically, it's a beautiful game. Not to the level of Mortal Kombat, obviously, but it's a beautiful game. And even Dead or Alive, I would put Dead or Alive ahead of it too. But it's a beautiful game. Love the art style. I just like the game a lot. It's very old school in a way where it's not dependent on combos and having like 100 hit combos and shit like that. It's a game that rewards patience. It rewards I think the characters are for the most part balanced. I just think that the game I just think that it's the most complete fighting game out there. So that's my choice. So here, all right. So there you go. Oh, so there you go. Tweet that. So so that's my vote for fighting game of the year. Dead or Alive is a good game. Jump Force is trash. Mortal Kombat 11 is great. Smash is fine for those of you who like it, but I'm voting for Samurai Showdown. All right, family game don't care. Esports team don't care. Let me take a look at esports player. If I don't care about none of these dudes, then I'm gonna skip it. Let me see. You got dude from Fortnite, League of Legends dude, League of Legends again, CS:GO guy, and all right, I don't know these guys, so let's skip that. Um, East, for fuck's sake, esports host, like for real. All right, let me click on to see if I know any of these people. Like the only real esports I watch is pretty much fighting game tournaments and and Gran Turismo. That's all I watch. So you know what? You know what? Who I'm gonna vote for? I'm gonna vote for Golden Boy. Why? Because of AEW. That's why. That's why. Because of AEW. He's a commentator for he's a commentator a guest commentator for AEW. So I'm gonna vote for him. There you go. All because of AEW. That's it. All right. So all right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see here. Esports game of the year. Let's see this. You have Counter Strike, Dota, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Overwatch. We're gonna skip that category. You know what? If I had a dedicated PC, I probably would play Counter Strike. But I heard the community in that game is complete garbage. Not surprising. Esports event. Let's see this. All right, all right. I don't need to go over this. I'm voting for Evo. We're gonna vote for Evo. We'll tweet that out. Okay. All right. So let's go. Only only event that. Okay. Only event not centered around a garbage game. So there you go. So I voted for Evo for esports event of the year is Evo. So yeah, esports coach like fuck out of here with that. All right, let's try content creator of the year. Let's see. All right, we're gonna skip that. I guess Xbox dudes are probably gonna vote for Shroud because he's part of Mixer now. So whatever. Community support. I want to see what this is. Okay, this is a game that is supported by the community. We're gonna skip that because I don't care about none of these games. Audio design. Okay, so six. We got six games on here, right? You got Modern Warfare, got Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, Resident Evil 2, and Sekiro. Died twice. Okay, the only two games I played on here is Gears 5 and Call of Duty, and I don't think the soundtrack. The soundtrack by itself. I don't really notice the music in Gears, so I don't really care about that. Oh, Jake, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing, man? I'm just going over the nominees and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. Thank you for joining me, man. Thank you for joining me. All right. So yeah. So I don't think the music in COD or Gears is anything special, to be honest with you. As far as like gun sound and stuff like that, like I said, I've only played the online in Call of Duty, and I don't really play like in Gears. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything special with the audio design in Gears, at least in my opinion. So between the four games on here, I think the game that's going to win, in my opinion, is probably going to be Death Stranding because of the soundtrack. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna vote on here because like I said, I haven't played Death Stranding, not my type of game. But that's the one that I think is going to win. All right, art direction. All right, let me click on this. Okay, so the nominees are Control, Death Stranding, Grease, Grice. I never heard of that game. Sorry, not all right. Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Again, the only game on here, I haven't played none of these games on here. Yeah, I haven't played none of these games on here. I mean, me personally, based on the art style that I've seen that interests me the most, is probably between Death Stranding and Link's Awakening. Pokemon and Ukulele should win Best Music. I mean, if you say so, man. Like I don't know if they're nominees or not, but I don't think so. But whatever. I mean, it's up to you, man. Like as far as this right here, art direction and animation, it to me is between Death Stranding and Link's Awakening. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm not gonna vote for this, so it is what it is. Action adventure game. Let's see. We have Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Link's Awakening, and Shadow Die Twice. Um, the game that I think is going to win for best action adventure game is you know what? I think Resident Evil 2 is going to win this. There's a lot of hype around Resident Evil 2. A lot is pretty much seemed to be received well among the community. So I think that one's going to win. I'm not gonna vote for it because I didn't play it. So it is what it is. Let's go to categories. Action game. So this one's just basically. Actually, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me change my let me change my thoughts on this. Well, actually, wow. Actually, never mind. Resident Evil's not on this category. I would say when it comes to action game, pure action game, you have Apex, Asteroid Chain, Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears, and Metro Exodus. If we're talking pure action, I'm gonna vote for COD. You know what I mean? Just because I think when it comes to the I do think I'm going to like this. I have a feeling that I'm going to like this single player a lot. Um, so I'll vote for it and I'll share it, and then I won't have any comment down below. All right, so okie dokie. So that's the one I'm gonna vote for. I'm gonna vote for COD. Um, if I had to pick a winner, oh man, for this pure action, I feel like it's between Devil May Cry and Apex Legends. So I mean, you have that, and then the coup de grace. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So yeah. Like I said, there's a couple games I wish that were on some of these lists too, but they're not. So it is what it is, man. And I'll talk about all that at the end. So this is right here, game of the year, right? The best of the best, according to them. You have Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Shadow Die Twice, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Outer Worlds. Now, there's a lot of narratives going on with not only with Death Stranding, obviously that's the main one, but you also have stuff talking about, oh, should Smash Brothers be on here, or should what other game? There was another Resident Evil 2 should be on here, right? Now let me talk about Smash first, right? Now first off, Smash came out December last year. Technically came out December last year, but according to what the I guess the VGA bylaws are, that it technically counts for 2019 because they don't count games for December as 2019. They technically count it for the following year. Or at least for 2018, excuse me. So they didn't count Smash last year because it came out in December, and the votes had to come in before November. So that right there, to me, I'm cool with that. Well, a lot of people are saying, well, a game like Smash shouldn't be nominated for Game of the Year because I know some people say, oh, because it's a fighting game and stuff like that. Now, me personally, I have no problem with any other genre being Game of the Year, right? I don't feel like, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. Just because a game isn't a certain type of game, because notice games that win Game of the Year are either games that are triple big budget AAA games or action adventure games or like small little indie titles, right? You'll never see a racing game win Game of the Year. You'll never see a sports game in general win Game of the Year. You'll never see a fighting game win Game of the Year. And to me, I think that's BS. I think that's pure BS. I believe that if a game is that great, it should be nominated for Game of the Year. And while Smash Brothers is not my cup of tea, clearly I do believe that if it's worthy of being a contender of the year nominee, it should be that, in my opinion. So there you have that right there. And like I said, I'm not the biggest Smash fan, and I'm telling you that I don't have a problem with it being nominated for Game of the Year. Let's talk about Resident Evil 2, right? A lot of people are talking about, oh well, remakes shouldn't be considered Game of the Year. Why not? Why not? Now, first off, as someone who has played the original Resident Evil 2 and has played this, they're not the same game. Not even close. They're not the same game. They may have similar stories. Obviously, they have similar characters, but they're not the same game. Not even close. So, and I hear some people like, well, they have a template to make the game great. Well, so what? So what? Well, you have remakes that come out and they're not so hot. Look at Medieval. Look at the trouble Square Enix seemed to be having with Final Fantasy VII remake. Let's see. What have I been missing out on with the PS4? Um, honest this year, not much. I'll be honest. Like I don't think this has been one of PS4's best years as far as like big budget exclusives go. You always find there's always like I always say this, right? If you like a console, if you're interested in buying a console, you have to be interested in the games that are on the console. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be not just one game, right? A lot of people make this mistake. Well, oh, I want to play this one game. That means that I should buy the entire console. And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you see a slew of games that might interest you, then you should buy the console, right? So if you see like a game like, for example, let's say if Death Stranding interests you, but that's all you're interested in, then honestly I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it. I would wait if you own a PC, I'll wait till you get it till you get a PC. But if you see Death Stranding is one of the latest games that interest you, and a slew of games like, let's say if you're interested with in the past with games like Uncharted or Horizon, or even some of the smaller games like a Hot Shots Golf, right, or a or Gravity Rush. Then yeah, then you should then if you have an opportunity to get a PlayStation, go get one because you can find them cheap, right? So there you go. Like, and and also, like you said that Jake, you said that Smash Brothers is your personal pick for Game of the Year. That's cool with me, man. Like, my personal pick is Samurai Showdown. That's my personal pick, right? But obviously, Samurai Showdown not gonna be on here, and that's fine. Like, and that's fine too. Like, at the end of the day, everyone has their own opinion, right? And that's the best thing about this. And shout out, and I do believe that like I said, I do believe that remake should be Game of the Year. All right, so if I see you have one, two, three, four games on here, right? That you say you might consider PS4 for. And I say if you can find one for a good price, if you can find a PS4 for a good price, I would say go for it. I would say go for it. Cause like I said, I'm mainly a PlayStation guy. But I can't recommend you buy a PlayStation if you're not interested in the games. You know what I'm saying? If you're not interested in the game, like, but if you feel like there's probably some more games on there that you might like, you could always find a PlayStation for a cheaper price. Maybe if you borrow one from a friend or a coworker, whatever. I would say definitely worth it. You know what I mean? I do think it's worth it. So all right, so on to the Resident Evil thing. Let me finish that up real quick, right? Like I said, you look at games like Medieval, you look at games like you look at all the trouble that they're having with Final Fantasy VII remake. Like, I don't understand why a remake can't be considered Game of the Year, especially if they do everything that they do to improve it and to make it better. Because to me, I mean, when that game came out, that was the talk of the town. Everyone was astonished by the graphics, the look of it, the gameplay. People liked it, and yes, it's a relatively short game, yes, but to me, there's nothing wrong with games being short. especially if it's high quality like that. And also there's definitely some replayability when it comes to that game. So like to me, I don't understand why people are so upset about that. Then you have Death Stranding. And oh man, there's a lot to talk about with this fucking game. Like I said, I think I made two other videos talking about extensively about Death Stranding. And this is a game that I don't care about. I don't care about Death Stranding at all. But I am so it is so weird to me that now all of a sudden people want to call out Jeff Keighley for favoritism when it comes to this game. When it comes to this game, right? Because why? Because it has an 83 on Metacritic, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, what? Now you guys call him out on it? Now, according to what now, a lot of people are saying that Jeff Keighley, the reason why Death Stranding shouldn't be on here is because of Kojima's relationship with Jeff Keighley. And look, I don't know how this thing works. I don't know how the whole voting process works. I don't know how any of this stuff works. But according to what Jeff Keighley has said, according to what Andrea Renee has said, and according to everything that I've been thought to have believed in the past, is that Jeff Keighley doesn't vote on this, right? They have a panel of people, including Phil Spencer, and I'm sure there's other people around the industry that vote on this, that that do this voting. Now I don't know if the committee at large likes Death Stranding or not. I don't know, but the one thing that I have noticed all throughout the past week, that everybody, especially those people who had a lot of slander for this game at first, when they actually played it, they tend to like it. Now, some of them say, "Oh, it's not game of the year material," but I do like the game, and that's cool. That's fine. But the thing is that I don't understand why people have a hard time believing that this game can't be game of the year. Now, people look at the people look at Keeley's they look at Keeley's track record with Kojima and stuff like that. Now, according to according to everything that I've seen, oh, my dog's jumping on me here. How you doing, buddy? All right, come on, get down, get down, get down. All right, so according to if you track back, all right, so I'm gonna leave, like, I have it on my second screen. I'm gonna leave here and I'm gonna go to the past VGA winners, right? No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stick to this on here, but on my phone. All right, let me see if I can find this. Okay, please give me a list. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so officially the VGA started in 2014, right? So 2014. Now, obviously, there were the Spike Game Awards in the past and stuff like that, but we're talking about this current form, the Video Game Award, this current form, led by Jeff Keighley, right? Now, of all the games that have been nominated for that has won Game of the Year, 2014, Dragon Age Inquisition; 2015, The Witcher 3; 2016, Overwatch; 2017, Breath of the Wild; 2018, God of War. So we're gonna look to 2000. Hold on a second. I want to look at 2000. I want to talk about 2014 real quick because I want to see if I want to see the nominees. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. The nominees for the Game of the Year 2014. The year that Dragon Age won. You had Bayonetta 2, Dark Souls 2, Hearthstone, and Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor. Those were your nominees, right? And if I'm not mistaken, 2014. I want to make sure. 'Cause I don't want to fuck this up. Hold on a second. Let me. I want to look this up. Give me 1 second. Okay, okay. I so I think I made a mistake. I want to look at 2015. I want to look at 2015. Let me go back to it. Okay. 2015, which was won by The Witcher 3. Okay. All right. Winners nominees. Okay. We're gonna look at the category. We're gonna look at the game of the year winners and nominees. Right. Witcher 3 won that year. It was competing with Fallout 4, Metal Gear Solid 5, and Super Mario Maker. That's it. That was the only game that was on there. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the Bloodborne as well was a nominee, right? Now, I understand there were some weird circumstances surrounding the Phantom Pain, right? I understand there was some weird circumstances surrounding that game. There was a lot of weird shit going on behind the scenes of that game. I get it. But guess what? Did no one question Jeff Keighley about that game being nominated for Game of the Year? No one questioned him, and we knew there was weird shit going on with that game all the way from the beginning when they sent reviewers out to I think they came to Konami Studios to review that game and all the weird circumstances going around that game. But guess what happened? Did you hear anyone talk up the relationship between Keeling and Kojima? No. And we're telling me that their friendship just all of a sudden developed over the last couple years? No. You probably heard about it now. You probably heard about it a couple years ago. But I know for a fact that Jeff Keighley been friendly with Kojima for years. Now why all of a sudden why now is that now a discussion? Because why? Because you don't like Death Stranding? It's the only reason why people are talking about this because they don't like Death Stranding. It has nothing to do. They don't give a shit if anybody who actually votes for these the community members are they you how do we know that there's not community members that are friends with people that works for Remedy or 505? Yeah, it's Remedy, my fault. Remedy, right? How do we know that there's not community members that are friends with people at Capcom or From Software or Nintendo or Microsoft? How do we know? You guys don't know that. But the problem is that because coach because Keeley has his you know obviously shows his gratitude and affection for Kojima. And yes, I've made fun of him about it in the past because it's funny. Because it's funny. Like I find it funny. But the thing is that I don't understand is now all of a sudden now all of a sudden now the video game world is now corrupt and biased because of their friendship. And oh yeah, FYI people, he didn't win that award. He didn't win game. He hasn't won Game of the Year award with when Jeff Keighley has been in charge. He hasn't. So why now? Why is this such a big deal? The reason why it's a big deal because people don't like Death Stranding, either because they don't like Kojima or they don't like their fan base or what have you. It's the only reason why this thing is being talked about. It's the only reason. And then I look at the rest of obviously. Oh come on, stop that. Give me alone. Sorry about that. I got close. All right. So and also let get the hey stop close. Jesus. I forget. All right, whatever. Okay. And then also let's be real about this. Shout out to Jack Mujani. He said, and I agree with him, that when it comes to this year, when it comes to big major blockbuster games this year, 2019 has been a disappointment. Has been a major disappointment. The fact that you don't have games like Kingdom Hearts on here is a disappointment. That was a big game coming out this year, and yet people played the game and dropped it just like that. right? You've had a slew of big games come out this year. Anthem, where the fuck is Anthem? Anthem came out this year. I don't see it in I don't I didn't see all the categories, but I don't see it in as it's not game of the year, not multiplayer game of the year. I didn't see that. You know what I mean? You had all these big games, supposed big games, come out, and yet they didn't do anything. And now you have these games on here, right? And every game on here, to me, I have no problem with being game of the year, with the exception of Control. And I'm going to explain to you why. To me, and like I said, I haven't played the game. I haven't played the game, but I look at Control and I see a game that's average, right? I don't. I look at Death Stranding, right? There's definitely aspects of Death Stranding that I can't. I don't think I'll be able to tolerate. A lot of the micromanaging, I can't tolerate it. But I can sit there, look at that game, look at the music behind it, look at the graphics, look at the story, hearing all everyone talk about the storytelling, seeing all the stuff that goes into that game. I know for a fact that that game is high quality. And you have to remember, people think that these are all like people think that, oh well, these are just the best game. No, 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 no. Not necessarily when it comes to gameplay. It's not always just the best game. No, right? I see a lot of people last year. Last year, Game of the Year went to God of War, right? Right, and well deserved, right? But you know what? You know what game I had more fun playing? I had more fun playing Spider Man, which was also nominated. Now, do I think that Spider Man should have won Game of the Year over God of War? No. Why? Because when you look beyond the gameplay, God of War does everything better than Spider Man. It's better graphics, better music, better story, all that stuff. It God of War is a far better game than Spider Man. But guess what? I had far more fun playing Spider Man because both games are outstanding, right? But Spider Man is just so it was so much fun. It was so much fun. But I had no problem saying that God of War should have won Game of the Year. Why? Because it does everything else well too. And the same thing can be said for Death Stranding. You don't have to like the gameplay, but everything else that fucking game does, it tends to do it very, very well. And gameplay, the only thing that's like polarizing is the gameplay. Hell, you can say the same thing about Red Dead. Everyone the parts about Red Dead that I hear people complain about the most is the gameplay. That is too stiff, it's slow, the control scheme is garbage, all that stuff. That's the only thing I heard people complain about, and plus the online was garbage too, from what I've heard. Right? But did anyone scream conspiracy? No, they didn't. The only time the conspiracy thing makes its rear its ugly head is with Death Stranding, and I do believe that the vast majority of it is only because they don't like Kojima and they don't like the game. They don't like Death Stranding. That's the only explanation I can think of. So, so now that we're here, right? And let me also say this about Control. Like I said, I haven't played the game. That game looks mid as fuck to me. The game looks average. And if I'm not mistaken, the Metascore for Control is probably only a point higher than Death Stranding. Or I know they're not far apart, but yeah, all of a sudden, but I know some people complain about Control being on here, but at the end, I don't know. I just think that the game looks mid to me. So that's my thoughts on Control. Listen, I think Remedy is a B tier studio. They have never made a game that I liked, and all these rumors about PlayStation buying them, I hope that's not true. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Which game do I think should win this year? Which one should be win Game of the Year? In my honest opinion, is between two games. I think it's between Sekiro, Shadow Die Twice, and Resident Evil 2. I think if I had to pick between these two, because these are the two favorites in my opinion, I am probably going to pick Resident Evil 2 because I think that of all these games here, I think is the most polished game of the two. Now, if I don't think Smash is gonna win because I don't know, I just don't think Smash is gonna win. Um, like if it wins, I don't have a problem with it winning, right? Shout out to Jake. I know you want. I know you'll be hyped if Smash Brother wins, but I don't think it's gonna win. Um, I think that Resident Evil 2 overall, I think is the one game on here that I think was the most talked about in a positive light. I do think if there's a dark horse that could win, it would be Death Stranding. But then what would happen if Death Stranding wins? Then you're gonna hear all the conspiracy talk. You know, Jeff Keighley and this and that is biased and this and that and this and that and all this other shit. And to me, it's not honestly it's not fair to 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 Kojima if his game gets automatically disqualified from winning because Jeff Keighley is a Kojima fanboy. Like it's not to me it's not that's not on him. That's not on him. And it's not fair to Kojima that he put all in whether you like the man or not. He put his heart and soul into that game. He finally was given the green light to make the game that he wanted to make. And for people to dismiss his work, if you want to dismiss his work because you don't like his work, that's fine. But to dismiss his work because of somebody else, because they're fans of his, to me that's bullshit. And it would be a shame if he didn't win, all because of a group of people bitching and complaining because they don't like his game, because they think that his game is bad for the industry, which is not. When they think that he's some type of he's an egomaniac or whatever, which he is. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real here. He definitely is an egomaniac. But at the end of the day, it's just a game. That's all it is. It's just a game. Fucking mosquitoes. Anyways, if I had to pick between these six, the game I think is going to win is Resident Evil 2. Sekiro second, and I think the dark horse in this is Death Stranding. Now I'm going to vote for Death Stranding because I want chaos. Because I like chaos. Let me put for the chaos. Oops. Ah, shit. All right, hold on. Let me redo that. Let me reshare that. Okay. For the chaos. All right, there we go. Tweet that out. So yeah. So all right. So pretty much, I do think Resident Evil is going to win this nominee. So I'm going to go back to SteamYard. Let me go back here. Let me stop the screen share. Okay. Okay. So overall, that's really all my thoughts on this. You guys saw me vote. Like I said, I want to me, I just hope the show is good. Hopefully we'll get some trail. That's the main reason why why I watch the show. I don't care about the war show. I don't care. Like, do I want certain game to win? Yeah, sure. I would prefer if some of my favorite games get nominated, but ultimately I watch it for the announcements and the trailers. That's all I really care about. And as long as we get those, I'll be straight. And thankfully, I'm off this year. I ain't working, so there you have it. So overall, that's it. Who we 186. I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to you, Jake. I'm out. Peace.